My name's Sue Fletcher and I work with the Refugee Language Program at Sydney University, and I've been working with the Refugee Language Program for about 13 years now.
13 years, I know, just the enormous variety of students that we get, and most of them are wonderful people who've really shown a tremendous amount of strength to come to Australia. Many of them have been victims of torture and trauma in their own countries, and unhappily that to some degree torture still continues when they arrive in Australia, because well, that's if they're lucky enough to arrive in Australia. Most are put into detention centres. Some of these students might end up in 4 or 5 detention centres, being moved from state to state, perhaps from Nauru to Darwin to a detention centre in Melbourne, to Sydney, back to South Australia. So they're treated like pawns in a political game.
I think the media, you know, they don't humanise people. They're just a number, or they're just a refugee, you know, another one kind of thing, you know, another boat person, as they call them. And so I think putting a face and getting to know someone as a refugee is so totally different, and the media certainly don't.
There's thousands of refugees in the community, many of them with fantastic qualifications and expertise, experience, that the government is allowing just to rot in the community. We have dentists, doctors, teachers, artists, photographers, carpenters, engineers. The list is enormous, and all they've been doing, some for 5, 10, one of our students for 20 years has not got her permanent residency, and when they don't have that, they can't get work, they can't study. So it's like setting up a class of people in our society that's treated like rubbish, and I think we should all, to some degree, be ashamed of this. Our government, our present government, shows absolutely no compassion for these people. And I think this is an enormous scar on the Australian, just on the Australian people, that our government is doing everything they can to exclude these people who are very much in need. And we all know they're in need.